Greta Garbo, also known by many other names, was a Swedish actress who became a major star during the silent film era. Her romantic relationship with fellow silent film star John Gilbert was the stuff of fairy tales, but on their wedding day, Garbo was nowhere to be found. The reasons behind her decision to abandon her groom will be explored later. Despite her aversion to public appearances and interviews, Garbo's private life was not entirely secret. A tell-all memoir, in particular, would cause her great distress. Her frustration with the limiting studio system of early Hollywood did not prevent her from continuing to work with MGM. A shameful secret kept her tied to the studio, but in the end, it was Garbo who had the last laugh. While some stars fizzle out or leave the industry while still at the top, Garbo's career ended abruptly and without warning. She retired from acting and moved to New York, leaving her fans to wonder what could have caused one of Hollywood's biggest stars to retreat into obscurity. The answer to this question is both surprising and tragic. Greta Garbo, the woman who would become a legendary actress, was born Greta Lovisa Gustafsson in Stockholm, Sweden. She was born into a working-class family and grew up in the slums of the city. Despite her humble beginnings, Garbo was able to secure an acting scholarship to the Royal Dramatic Theatre Acting School. Garbo's natural talent and dedication to her craft quickly set her apart from her peers at the acting school. She was soon discovered by a Hollywood scout and offered a contract with MGM Studios. Garbo's career in Hollywood took off, and she quickly became one of the most sought-after actresses of her time. Despite the glamour and fame that came with being a Hollywood star, Garbo remained grounded and dedicated to her craft. She was known for her intense preparation for roles and her ability to fully immerse herself in her characters. This dedication and talent earned her 4 Academy Award nominations and cemented her place as one of the greatest actresses of all time. Garbo's legacy extends beyond her impressive body of work. She was a trailblazer for women in Hollywood, breaking down barriers and paving the way for future generations of actresses. Her iconic style and mysterious persona also made her a fashion and pop culture icon. In summary, Greta Garbo's journey from a working-class family in the slums of Stockholm to one of the most celebrated actresses in Hollywood is a testament to her talent, dedication, and hard work. Her legacy continues to inspire and influence actors and filmmakers today. Greta Garbo, a name that would become synonymous with Hollywood glamour, began her journey to stardom when director Moritz Stiller discovered her at a theater school. Stiller was so impressed with her talent that he cast her as the lead in his film, The Saga of Gustav Berlin. Stiller became a mentor to the young actress, taking on an almost paternal role in guiding her career. He even went so far as to suggest that she change her name from Greta Gustafsson to the more glamorous-sounding Greta Garbo. While his intentions may have been pure, Stiller's level of control over Garbo's early career was arguably excessive. Despite this, there is no denying the impact that Stiller had on Garbo's career. Under his guidance, she quickly became one of the most sought-after actresses in Hollywood, known for her striking beauty and enigmatic screen presence. Her unique style and talent would leave an indelible mark on the film industry, cementing her place as a true Hollywood legend. Throughout her career, Garbo would appear in a number of classic films, including Grand Hotel, Camille, and Ninotchka. Her ability to convey complex emotions with just a glance or a subtle gesture made her a favorite among audiences and critics alike. Yet, despite her success, Garbo remained a private and elusive figure, shying away from the spotlight and the trappings of fame. She retired from acting in 1941 at the height of her career and lived the rest of her life out of the public eye. In the end, it was Garbo's talent and mysterious allure that made her a true Hollywood icon. Her legacy continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day, a testament to her enduring appeal and the timeless quality of her work. Greta Garbo, the renowned actress, found herself under the harsh scrutiny of her director and mentor, Moritz Stiller. Stiller criticized Garbo for her weight, but instead of letting it destroy her, she used it as an opportunity to learn and grow. She discovered how to handle difficult men, a skill that would become one of her specialties in the film industry. Stiller was known for being domineering and demanding, but Garbo refused to let him break her spirit. Instead, she studied his behavior and learned how to anticipate his demands. She became adept at playing him like a fiddle, giving him what he wanted while still staying true to herself. This experience taught Garbo a valuable lesson about the power of resilience and adaptability. She learned how to navigate the challenges of working in a male-dominated industry, and she became known for her ability to handle difficult men both on and off the set. Garbo's experience with Stiller also shaped her approach to acting. She developed a unique style that was characterized by her intensity and emotional depth. She became known for her ability to convey complex emotions with just a glance or a subtle gesture. Despite the challenges she faced, Garbo's talent and determination helped her become one of the most celebrated actresses of her time. Her legacy continues to inspire and influence actors and filmmakers around the world. In the end, Stiller's harsh criticism and domineering behavior may have been the very thing that helped Garbo become the talented and resilient actress that she was. His influence can still be seen in her work, a testament to the enduring power of mentorship and the resilience of the human spirit. In the early years of Greta Garbo's career, she often worked in collaboration with her friend and mentor, Moritz Stiller. The two were a professional duo, and Stiller played a significant role in shaping Garbo's on-screen persona. When movie mogul Louis B. Mayer came calling, he was initially interested in Stiller, hoping to bring him to Hollywood to direct. However, Stiller had other plans. He made it clear to Mayer that he was not willing to leave Garbo behind. As a package deal, Stiller insisted that Garbo be given the opportunity to come to Hollywood with him. Mayer agreed, and the two set sail for the United States, where they would go on to make some of the most memorable films of the time. Despite facing many challenges in a new country and a new industry, Garbo quickly established herself as a major talent. Her enigmatic and mysterious on-screen presence captivated audiences, and she became one of the biggest stars of the silent film era. Stiller, too, found success in Hollywood, directing several films before his untimely death in 1928. But it was Garbo who would become a true icon of the silver screen, with a career that spanned over 3 decades and included such classics as Grand Hotel, Camille, and Ninotchka. In the end, it was Stiller's insistence on bringing Garbo to Hollywood that would prove to be a turning point in both of their careers. And while Stiller may have been the one who initially caught Mayer's eye, it was Garbo who would leave an indelible mark on the world of film, solidifying her place as one of the greatest actresses of all time. After the Mayer's dismissive comments about Greta Garbo's potential for stardom, her mentor, Moritz Stiller, remained undeterred. He insisted that the Mayer give them both a chance, and eventually the Mayer agreed. However, the wait for further instructions from the Mayer and MGM proved to be a frustrating one. Garbo and Stiller remained in New York, eagerly anticipating news about the next steps. Unfortunately, the news never came. After 2 months of waiting, the actress and her mentor decided to take matters into their own hands. They made the decision to travel to Los Angeles, hoping to find better opportunities there. This move proved to be a wise one, as Garbo's career quickly took off once she arrived in Hollywood. Despite the Mayer's initial doubts, the actress became one of the most beloved and enduring figures in classic cinema. Her talent and charisma shone through in every role she played, and she quickly became a household name. Throughout her career, Garbo proved time and time again that she was a force to be reckoned with. She tackled a wide range of roles, always bringing depth and nuance to each character she played. Her unique style and approach to acting set her apart from her peers, and she remains a beloved and influential figure in the world of film to this day. Despite the challenges she faced early on, Garbo persevered and became a true icon of the silver screen. Her legacy continues to inspire and captivate audiences around the world, and her contributions to the world of cinema will always be remembered. It's fascinating to think about how things might have turned out if Garbo and Stiller had simply given up and accepted the Mayer's initial rejection. But thankfully, they had the courage and determination to forge their own path, and the result was a career that continues to resonate with audiences to this day. Greta Garbo, a young Swedish actress, bypassed the Mayer and sought help from a friend to secure a screen test with another MGM executive. This bold move paid off, as the executive was greatly impressed by her talent. Recognizing her potential, the studio began to groom her in the same manner as their other stars. This meticulous grooming process included fixing Garbo's teeth and placing her on a strict diet. In addition, the actress was given English lessons to improve her language skills, as she was not a native English speaker. These efforts were all part of the studio's plan to turn Garbo into a polished and sophisticated leading lady. Despite the challenges she faced, Garbo's natural talent and determination shone through. She quickly became one of MGM's most promising stars, and the studio invested a great deal of time and resources into developing her career. Through their efforts, Garbo was transformed into a glamorous and captivating leading lady adored by fans around the world. Greta Garbo's first Hollywood film, The Temptress, was a significant milestone in her career. However, the filming process was physically and emotionally exhausting for the actress. Garbo found herself caught in the middle of the demands of the studio and her mentor, Moritz Stiller, who was also directing the picture. Stiller, who had discovered Garbo in Sweden and brought her to Hollywood, was a dominant figure in her life. He had high expectations for his protege and pushed her to give her best performance. Garbo, who was still adjusting to the demands of working in a new language and culture, leaned on Stiller for guidance. However, the studio executives had their own vision for The Temptress, and they clashed with Stiller's artistic direction. The constant tension between the studio and Stiller added to the pressure that Garbo was already feeling. Despite the challenges, Garbo delivered a powerful performance that established her as a rising star in Hollywood. The experience of filming The Temptress was a significant one for Garbo. It was a test of her resilience and determination, and she emerged from it stronger and more confident in her abilities. The film remains a classic example of Garbo's talent and versatility as an actress, showcasing her ability to captivate audiences with her enigmatic presence and powerful screen presence. Greta Garbo, the renowned actress, was known for her privacy and mysterious persona both on and off the screen. However, one day on set, her carefully constructed world came crashing down with a tragic telegram from her family back home in Sweden. The telegram carried devastating news. Garbo's older sister, Alba, had died. Doctors had diagnosed her with cancer, and her decline had been incredibly quick. Garbo was shocked and heartbroken, as she hadn't even known that Alba was sick. Alba had been a significant influence in Garbo's life, and her death left a void that the actress struggled to fill. Despite her fame and success, Garbo never forgot the love and support she received from her sister. The tragedy brought Garbo's family history to the forefront of her mind, reminding her of the struggles and sacrifices her family had made to give her a better life. Growing up in a working-class family in Sweden, Garbo had always been determined to make a name for herself in the world of acting. Her sister's death was a harsh reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing the people we love. Although Garbo continued to maintain her privacy, the tragedy had a profound impact on her, shaping her perspective and approach to life and her career. The news of Alba's death came as a complete shock to Garbo, who had no idea that her sister was even ill. The suddenness of the loss was a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing the people we love. Despite her fame and success, Garbo never forgot the love and support she received from her sister, and Alba's death left a void that the actress struggled to fill. The tragedy brought Garbo's family history to the forefront of her mind, reminding her of the struggles and sacrifices her family had made to give her a better life. Growing up in a working-class family in Sweden, Garbo had always been determined to make a name for herself in the world of acting. Despite the pain and heartache she felt, Garbo continued to work, pouring her emotions into her roles and delivering some of her most memorable performances. However, the tragedy had a profound impact on her, shaping her perspective and approach to life and her career. In the end, Garbo's sister's death was a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing the people we love. Although she continued to maintain her privacy, the tragedy had a profound impact on her, shaping her perspective and approach to life and her career. Despite the pain and heartache she felt, Garbo remained committed to her craft, delivering some of her most memorable performances in the years that followed. Greta Garbo's sister's passing was a devastating loss for the actress. To make matters worse, she was not allowed to return to Sweden for the funeral. The studio's refusal added to her grief and left her feeling angry and betrayed. The fact that the studio held her career in its hands made it difficult for Garbo to reconcile her loyalty to her mentor, Moritz Stiller, with her need to maintain her standing in Hollywood. The tension between her personal and professional obligations became even more pronounced when MGM unceremoniously fired Stiller from the production of The Temptress, the film that had brought Garbo to America. The actress was torn between her loyalty to Stiller and her need to protect her own career. This tumultuous period in her life marked a turning point for Garbo, as she began to see Hollywood for what it really was, a place that chewed up and spat people like her out. The successive blows of her sister's passing and her mentors firing hardened Garbo. She became more guarded and less trusting of those around her. Despite this, she continued to captivate audiences with her powerful on-screen presence and became one of the most celebrated actresses of her time. Through it all, Garbo remained a private and enigmatic figure, revealing little about herself to the public. Her legacy as a Hollywood icon is a testament to her enduring talent and the mystique that surrounded her throughout her career. The actress's ability to convey complex emotions with just a glance or a subtle gesture has left an indelible mark on the world of cinema, and her influence can still be seen in the work of contemporary actors today. In 1926, MGM had plans for a new project, a film titled Flesh and the Devil. However, their leading lady, Greta Garbo, had other ideas. The actress was still upset with the studio for various reasons, and her reaction took everyone by surprise. Garbo refused to appear in the film, a decision that left the studio mogul stunned. This was not the first time Garbo had expressed her displeasure. She had previously been at odds with MGM over several issues, including the roles she was being offered and the way she was being portrayed in publicity materials. But her refusal to appear in Flesh and the Devil was a bold move that could have cost her her career. At the time, Garbo was still a relatively new arrival in Hollywood, having only made a handful of films for MGM. But she had already made a name for herself as a talented and captivating actress. The studio had high hopes for Flesh and the Devil, and Garbo's refusal to be a part of it was a major setback. Despite the potential consequences, Garbo stood her ground. She was not happy with the way she was being treated and was determined to make a stand. The studio eventually managed to persuade her to change her mind, but the incident left a lasting impression on both Garbo and MGM. The actress's refusal to appear in Flesh and the Devil was a rare moment of defiance in an industry that often demanded conformity and compliance. It showed that Garbo was not afraid to speak her mind and stand up for herself, even in the face of adversity. And while it may have caused some short-term difficulties, it ultimately helped to establish Garbo as a major star and a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. After initially refusing, Greta Garbo reluctantly agreed to appear in the film Flesh and the Devil for MGM after being warned of dire consequences. The studio had cast the actress as the romantic lead opposite veteran actor John Gilbert. Director Clarence Brown immediately noticed the chemistry between the two stars. Their on-screen connection was undeniable, and it wasn't long before Garbo and Gilbert jumped headlong into a passionate love affair. Before filming was even over, they were living together. At that moment, Gilbert was exactly what Garbo needed. Their relationship was intense and all-consuming, much like the characters they played in Flesh and the Devil. The film became a classic, and their chemistry on screen was palpable. Off-screen, their love affair was just as intense, with the two actors spending every moment together. Despite the challenges that came with their tumultuous relationship, Garbo and Gilbert's love for each other was undeniable. They were two souls who found comfort and solace in each other's company, and their love story remains one of the most memorable in Hollywood history. Greta Garbo and John Gilbert were two of Hollywood's biggest stars during the 1920s. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, and rumors of a real-life romance between the two swirled for years. One story, in particular, has become the stuff of Hollywood legend. While filming the love scene for the 1926 film Flesh and the Devil, Garbo and Gilbert were so consumed by their performances that director Clarence Brown refused to call cut. Instead, he slowly turned down the lights and ushered the crew off the set, leaving the two stars alone. A few hours later, Brown had dinner sent to the couple, who were still deep in character and oblivious to the world around them. This classy move by the director only added to the romantic atmosphere of the scene and the growing legend of Garbo and Gilbert's off-screen relationship. Despite their intense connection, Garbo and Gilbert's romance was short-lived. The actress was known for her desire for privacy and independence, while Gilbert struggled with alcoholism and personal insecurities. Their relationship ended in 1927, but the memory of their passionate love scene in Flesh and the Devil lived on becoming one of the most famous and steamy Hollywood romances of all time. Greta Garbo, the renowned actress, was known for her icy demeanor on screen. However, behind the scenes, she was fortunate to have mentors like Gilbert and Merritt Stiller. Gilbert, who often played a warm and hearty foil to Garbo on screen, became a mentor to her off-screen. He helped her navigate the complex world of Hollywood, teaching her how to schmooze at parties and deal with difficult studio heads. Similarly, Merritt Stiller, who was like a mother to Garbo, also played a significant role in shaping her career. She helped Garbo become a better actor, providing her with guidance and support. It is interesting to note that despite Garbo's icy on-screen persona, she was warm and approachable off-screen. She was known for her humility and her ability to connect with people on a personal level. Gilbert and Stiller's mentorship was instrumental in helping Garbo navigate the challenges of Hollywood. Their guidance and support enabled her to become one of the most successful actresses of her time, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. In conclusion, while Garbo's on-screen persona was one of icy detachment, she was warm and approachable off-screen. With the help of her mentors, she was able to navigate the complex world of Hollywood, becoming one of the most successful actresses of her time. Her legacy continues to resonate with audiences today, a testament to her enduring talent and appeal. Greta Garbo's career reached new heights with the success of Flesh and The Devil in 1926. This classic film not only showcased her acting prowess, but also served as a game changer for the actress. With this single hit movie, Garbo gained leverage against the studio and became MGM's highest paid star. The on-screen chemistry between Garbo and her co-star, John Gilbert, created a web of breathy headlines and good publicity for MGM. The duo's off-screen affair further fueled the media frenzy, adding to the film's allure and mystique. This classic film's success and the ensuing publicity propelled Garbo to new heights in her career. She became one of the most sought-after actresses in Hollywood, and her name became synonymous with glamour and sophistication. As MGM's highest-paid star, Garbo had the power to choose her roles and demand top billing. She used her newfound leverage to shape her career and cement her place in Hollywood history. The success of Flesh and The Devil marked a turning point in Garbo's career, and she never looked back. She went on to star in some of the most memorable films of the era, solidifying her status as a true Hollywood legend. After the success of Flesh and The Devil, the studio knew they had to team Greta Garbo and John Gilbert up again. However, they chose to do it in a rather unfortunate way. They filmed the poorly adapted version of Anna Karenina, which Gilbert himself renamed Love so the poster could read Greta Garbo and John Gilbert in Love. Originally, it was going to be called Heat, which would have been even worse. Despite the cringe-worthy title, the film was a success due to the undeniable chemistry between the two stars. The actress's portrayal of the tragic heroine, Anna Karenina, was met with critical acclaim, showcasing her incredible talent and range. The film's release only solidified her status as a Hollywood icon and cemented her place in cinematic history. The film's production was not without its challenges. The director and the actors had different visions for the film, leading to creative conflicts. However, the actress's determination and dedication to her craft ultimately paid off, resulting in a classic film that continues to be watched and admired to this day. It's interesting to note that despite the success of Love, the studio did not continue to pair the two stars in future films. This decision has been the subject of much speculation and debate among film historians and fans alike. Nonetheless, Love remains a testament to the undeniable chemistry and talent of Greta Garbo and John Gilbert. In this classic, the actress once again proved why she was considered one of the greatest actresses of her time. Her portrayal of Anna Karenina was nuanced and powerful, leaving a lasting impact on audiences and critics alike. Despite the questionable title and production challenges, the film remains a beloved and essential part of Garbo's filmography. Greta Garbo, the renowned actress, starred in multiple films throughout the 1920s with John Gilbert, and their on-screen chemistry led many to believe they were a couple off-screen as well. However, their romance eventually fizzled out. In recent years, many of Garbo's biographers have speculated that she was actually bisexual. In 1926, she was linked to the starlet Lillian Tashman, and the following year, Louise Brooks claimed to have had an affair with the actress. Despite the rumors surrounding her personal life, Garbo's career continued to thrive. She became one of the most prominent and highly paid stars of the era, known for her intense and enigmatic on-screen presence. Throughout her career, Garbo was often associated with a certain mystique and aloofness, earning her the nickname the Divine Garbo. She was known for her striking beauty and unique acting style, which often involved minimal dialogue and relied heavily on facial expressions and body language. Despite her fame and success, Garbo remained fiercely private about her personal life and was known for avoiding the spotlight whenever possible. She never married and had no children, further fueling speculation about her sexuality and personal relationships. In the years since her retirement from acting, Garbo's legacy has only continued to grow. She is remembered as one of the greatest actresses of all time, with a career that spanned over 3 decades and included some of the most memorable films in cinema history. Despite the many rumors and speculation surrounding her personal life, Garbo's talent and on-screen presence remain her most enduring legacy. Her unique style and enigmatic persona continue to captivate audiences to this day, making her a true icon of classic Hollywood. As Greta Garbo's fame grew, she became known for her unusual demands on set. The actress insisted on having as few people present as possible while filming, often making it difficult for the crew to do their jobs. She even went so far as to ban studio bosses from intruding on her set. In addition, Garbo had a system of privacy screens set up to ensure that extras and crew members couldn't see her when she wasn't in front of the camera. This need for privacy extended beyond the set as well. Garbo was notoriously reclusive and avoided public appearances whenever possible. She even went to great lengths to maintain her anonymity, using false names and wearing disguises when she did venture out in public. Despite her demanding behavior, Garbo's talent was undeniable. She became one of the biggest stars of the silent film era and continued to find success even as talkies took over. Her iconic performances in films like Grand Hotel and Camille cemented her place as one of Hollywood's greatest legends. It's clear that Garbo's desire for privacy was a complex and deeply ingrained part of her personality. Even today, her legacy continues to intrigue and fascinate fans of classic cinema. While some may see her behavior as eccentric or difficult, there's no denying the impact that this talented and enigmatic actress had on the world of film. Greta Garbo, even in the silent era, was known and beloved for the multitude of expressions she could make on screen. She once said, "If I am by myself, my face will do things I cannot do with it otherwise." This statement speaks to the power of her acting abilities and the unique ways she was able to convey emotion through her facial expressions. During the silent film era, actors had to rely heavily on physicality and facial expressions to tell a story, as there was no dialogue to fall back on. Garbo excelled in this area, and her ability to express a range of emotions through her face alone made her a standout in the industry. Despite the limitations of the medium, Garbo was able to create complex and nuanced characters that resonated with audiences. Her performances were often marked by a sense of mystery and intensity, which only added to her allure. It's no wonder then that Garbo became one of the biggest stars of the silent era. Her talent for expressing emotion through her face was unmatched, and she was able to captivate audiences with her performances. Even today, Garbo's legacy continues to inspire actors and filmmakers alike. Her unique approach to acting and her ability to convey so much through her facial expressions serve as a reminder of the power of silent film and the enduring appeal of a great performer. As the film industry transitioned to sound in the late 1920s, many studios rushed to equip their productions with the new technology. However, MGM, the studio to which Greta Garbo was under contract, dragged its feet on the switch. This delay proved to be advantageous for the actress, as it allowed her to continue honing her craft in silent films, for which she had become renowned. When the time came for Garbo to make her first sound film, MGM carefully selected the movie Anna Christie, released in 1930. The studio picked this film because the main character was Swedish, allowing Garbo to use her natural accent without fear of it clashing with the character's background. This decision proved to be a wise one, as MGM promoted the film with the tagline "Garbo Talks" to generate excitement and curiosity among moviegoers. Anna Christie was a critical and commercial success, earning Garbo an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. The film's success demonstrated that Garbo's talent transcended the silent film era and that she could adapt to the new sound technology. It also solidified her status as one of Hollywood's leading ladies, a position she would maintain for over a decade. Despite the success of Anna Christie, Garbo remained selective in her choice of roles, often choosing complex and challenging characters. She continued to deliver captivating performances in films such as Mata Hari, Grand Hotel, and Camille, cementing her place in film history as one of the greatest actresses of all time. Greta Garbo, the biggest star of the day, had the power to make a film a runaway success. This was evident in her work on a particular film, which became the highest-grossing picture of the year. The actress's involvement alone was enough to attract audiences and drive the film's success. The film not only generated significant revenue, but also earned Garbo her first Oscar nomination. The actress's exceptional performance in the film was widely recognized and appreciated, leading to her recognition by the Academy. This classic film showcased Garbo's talent and versatility, and it was a testament to her status as a leading lady in Hollywood. The actress's ability to captivate audiences and deliver a powerful performance was on full display in this film. Despite the challenges of transitioning to sound films, Garbo's success in this film proved that she was a force to be reckoned with in the industry. The actress's talent and charisma shone through, making this film a must-watch for fans and critics alike. In this film, Garbo's performance was the centerpiece, and it was clear that the actress was in her element. The show was a testament to her enduring legacy in Hollywood and her ability to adapt to new challenges in the industry. Overall, Garbo's success in sound films was a significant milestone in her career, and this particular film was a shining example of her talent and star power. The actress's ability to captivate audiences and deliver a powerful performance was on full display, making this film a classic that continues to be cherished by fans today. Despite her success and fame, the actress Greta Garbo experienced significant misery and financial trouble behind the scenes. She was unhappy with the way the film in question portrayed her character, leading to frustration with the studio. One might wonder why Garbo didn't simply pack her bags and leave MGM, given her status as one of Hollywood's biggest stars. The answer lies in a secret that Garbo was hiding. According to MGM executive Irving Thalberg, the actress couldn't leave the studio because she had deposited all of her money in one bank in Beverly Hills, which had been wiped out in the Great Crash of 1929. As a result, Hollywood's most bankable actress was suddenly broke. This revelation came as a shock to many, as Garbo had always been known for her privacy and discretion. However, it seemed that even she couldn't escape the financial turmoil that swept through the country during this time. Despite her misery and financial troubles, Garbo continued to work in the film industry, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. Greta Garbo, the renowned actress, found herself stuck at MGM, but this didn't stop her from delivering remarkable performances. One of her most notable roles was in the film Mata Hari, where she portrayed the legendary dancer turned World War I spy of the same name. In Mata Hari, Garbo embodied the complex character with grace and poise, delivering a performance that was both captivating and unforgettable. The film was not only MGM's biggest hit that year, but also the biggest of Garbo's career, solidifying her status as a true Hollywood icon. This classic film resonated with audiences and critics alike, showcasing Garbo's undeniable talent and versatility. As a spy, Mata Hari was a character of intrigue, and Garbo brought her to life with a depth and nuance that left viewers in awe. The film's success was a testament to Garbo's enduring appeal and her ability to captivate audiences with her performances. Despite being stuck at MGM, she continued to push boundaries and deliver unforgettable performances, leaving a lasting impact on the world of cinema. Throughout her career, Garbo's contributions to the film industry were numerous and significant. She left an indelible mark that continues to resonate with audiences today. Her performance in Mata Hari is just one example of her immense talent and the lasting impact she had on the world of film. In 1931, the actress Greta Garbo met the writer Mercedes de Acosta, and they began a passionate love affair that would last for years. This was a significant relationship for both women, as they found a deep connection in each other's company. Garbo, who was already a successful actress at MGM, brought one of de Acosta's scripts to the studio, hoping to make a film about the life of Joan of Arc. However, MGM shut down any possibility of making their passion project together. Despite this setback, the two women remained close, and their relationship continued to flourish. Costa was known for her writing and her romantic relationships with several high-profile women in Hollywood. She was a fascinating figure in her own right, and her relationship with Garbo only added to her allure. Garbo, on the other hand, was a private person who valued her solitude. She was often referred to as the Swedish Sphinx because of her enigmatic personality and her ability to convey so much with just a look. Despite her desire for privacy, she couldn't help but be drawn to Costa's vibrant personality and creative spirit. Their relationship was a significant one, and it lasted for several years. Even after they drifted apart, they remained friends and continued to correspond with each other. The story of Greta Garbo and Mercedes Costa is a fascinating one, full of passion, creativity, and intrigue. It's a testament to the complexities of human relationships and the power of love to bring people together, even in the face of adversity. Greta Garbo's relationship with MGM had always been frosty, but as her contract was nearing its end, the tension between them was becoming more palpable. The actress, known for her enigmatic persona both on and off-screen, had grown increasingly frustrated with the studio's attempts to control her image and career. Despite their disagreements, MGM knew they had a valuable asset in Garbo. She was a major draw for audiences and had brought in significant profits for the studio. Determined to keep her under their wing, MGM pulled out all the stops to convince her to sign a second contract. Garbo, however, was not easily swayed. She had long been unhappy with the way MGM had treated her and was eager to strike out on her own. As the end of her contract approached, she began to explore other opportunities in the film industry. But MGM was not about to let her go without a fight. They offered her generous salary increases, more creative control over her films, and even the promise of a production company of her own. The studio knew that Garbo was a major draw for audiences and was willing to do whatever it took to keep her. In the end, Garbo's frosty relationship with MGM was put on hold as she signed a second contract with the studio. While she may not have gotten everything she wanted, she was able to secure a level of creative control that she had never had before. Despite the drama and disagreements, MGM knew that they had a big money star in Garbo and were willing to do whatever it took to keep her. And for her part, Garbo was able to continue her successful film career, cementing her place as one of Hollywood's most enduring and enigmatic stars. After the success of Anna Karenina in 1935, Greta Garbo gained significant leverage in the film industry. The actress used this newfound power to make a series of demands, with one of the most notable being her insistence on starring in a film about Queen Christina of Sweden. MGM, eager to have Garbo back, agreed to her terms, and the production of Queen Christina began. When it came time to select a male lead for the film, MGM tossed around several names, but every time they tried to test Garbo opposite a new star, she froze up. This intentional behavior continued until the actress made her decision, which left the studio in shock. Garbo had already decided who she wanted to play her lover, and it was none other than her close friend, John Gilbert. Gilbert, a popular leading man in the 1920s, had previously been in a romantic relationship with Garbo, but they had since drifted apart. Regardless, the actress was determined to have him as her co-star, and MGM had no choice but to agree to her demand. The selection of Gilbert as Garbo's lover in Queen Christina was a bold move, as their relationship had been the subject of much speculation in the press. However, the actress was undeterred, and the film went on to become a classic, cementing Garbo's status as a Hollywood icon. In the end, Garbo's demand and co-star selection for Queen Christina proved to be a winning combination, as the film remains a beloved piece of cinema history to this day. Greta Garbo, the actress known for her icy persona, was determined to star opposite her former lover and frequent co-star, John Gilbert. Despite the fact that his star was on the decline, Garbo didn't let that deter her. It was becoming increasingly difficult to discern whether her aloof demeanor was an act or if it reflected her true personality. Garbo and Gilbert had a tumultuous relationship, but their on-screen chemistry was undeniable. In fact, it was on the set of their first film together, Flesh and the Devil, that their romantic relationship began. Even after their breakup, they continued to work together, creating some of the most memorable films of the time. One of their most successful collaborations was Queen Christina, in which Garbo played the titular role of the Swedish queen who abdicates her throne to pursue a love affair with a Spanish envoy, played by Gilbert. The film was a critical and commercial success, and Garbo's performance was widely praised. Despite the success of Queen Christina, Gilbert's career began to falter. He struggled with alcoholism and was unable to find roles that suited his talents. However, Garbo remained loyal to him and insisted that he be cast in her next film. The film was a woman of affairs, and once again, Garbo and Gilbert's on-screen chemistry was electric. However, the film was not as successful as Queen Christina, and Gilbert's career continued to decline. Despite the setbacks, Garbo remained committed to Gilbert and continued to advocate for him. She believed in his talent and was determined to help him regain his former glory. Unfortunately, Gilbert's personal demons proved too much to overcome, and he died in 1936 at the age of 38. Garbo was devastated by Gilbert's death and never forgot the time they spent together. She continued to act in films, creating some of the most memorable performances in Hollywood history. However, she never forgot the man who had helped her rise to fame and remained loyal to him until the end. At the height of her career, the actress Greta Garbo asked her former co-star and one-time lover, John Gilbert, to appear in her latest film, Queen Christina. At this point, Gilbert had all but retired from acting, having been forced to accept small roles due to the decline in his career. The studio, MGM, was initially reluctant to offer him a contract, but Garbo's insistence led to a new opportunity for Gilbert. The timing couldn't have been better for Gilbert, who had recently married and was expecting a baby. Instead of the icy princess that Garbo portrayed in the film, she behaved like a fairy godmother to her ex-lover. Garbo used her influence to help Gilbert secure a better contract and a more significant role in the film. Despite Garbo's efforts, she couldn't save her old friend from his self-destructive tendencies. Gilbert's career continued to decline, and he struggled with alcoholism. The film was a success, but it failed to revive Gilbert's career. The story of Garbo's efforts to help Gilbert is a testament to her character and her loyalty to those she cared about. Although the film is a classic, the behind-the-scenes story of Garbo's efforts to help her former lover is just as compelling. Greta Garbo, the renowned actress, had a tumultuous relationship with MGM producer Irving Thalberg. Over the years, they had numerous clashes, and Thalberg was responsible for spreading the rumor that Garbo was on the brink of financial ruin. However, they eventually set aside their differences, and Garbo became close with Thalberg and his wife. Thalberg was heavily involved in the making of Garbo's next film, Camille, particularly in shaping her performance. Tragedy struck when Thalberg contracted pneumonia and passed away at the young age of 37. Upon hearing the news, Hollywood came to a standstill, as Thalberg had been an incredibly important figure in the industry. His death left many of Hollywood's biggest players, including Garbo, absolutely inconsolable. Thalberg's impact on the film industry was immeasurable, and his loss was deeply felt by all who knew him. Garbo, in particular, was devastated by the news, as she had grown close to Thalberg and his wife during the production of Camille. The film would go on to become a classic, but the tragedy that struck during its making would forever be associated with this timeless tale. After the success of Camille, Greta Garbo's interest in film began to wane. The loss of Irving Thalberg, MGM's influential production chief who had been instrumental in shaping her career, took a toll on her. Thalberg's death in 1936 left a void in her professional life, and the joy that once came from filmmaking seemed to fade. The actress's disenchantment with the industry was reflected in the audience's interest in her. As her passion for acting dwindled, so did the public's fascination with her. This downward trend was a stark contrast to the heights of popularity she had reached in the past. Despite her declining interest, Garbo continued to make films, but the magic that had once captivated audiences was no longer present. The spark that had made her a silent film icon and a talkie sensation was slowly dimming. The actress who had once been the epitome of Hollywood glamour was now finding solace away from the limelight. As the years passed, Garbo's desire to return to the screen faded. She chose to retreat from the public eye, leaving behind a legacy that continued to resonate in the world of cinema. Her contributions to the film industry were undeniable, and her unique style of acting had left an indelible mark on the silver screen. Though her career had reached a decline, the impact of Greta Garbo's work continued to endure. Her films remain classics, cherished by generations of moviegoers. The actress who had once captivated audiences with her enigmatic charm had left a lasting impression, one that continued to resonate long after she had stepped away from the spotlight. In the 1930s, MGM Studios attempted to change Greta Garbo's icy reputation by casting her in a comedy. This strategy proved successful, if only for a brief moment. The film Ninotchka, released in 1939, showcased the actress's comedic talents and was well received by both audiences and critics. However, when MGM tried to replicate this success with another comedy, Two-Faced Woman, the results were disastrous. The film, released in 1941, featured Garbo in a dual role as a serious wife and a flirtatious sister. Unfortunately, the reviews for this romantic comedy were brutal. Critics panned Garbo's performance, and the film was a box office failure. The reception to Two-Faced Woman was a significant blow to Garbo's career. She had hoped that the success of Ninotchka would lead to more comedic roles, but the failure of Two-Faced Woman seemed to confirm the idea that she was better suited to dramatic parts. Despite this setback, Garbo remained a beloved and respected figure in Hollywood, and her films continue to be celebrated as classics of the golden age of cinema. The attempted transformation of Garbo's image through comedy highlights the challenges that even the most successful actors and actresses face in maintaining their careers. While Ninotchka demonstrated that Garbo had the ability to excel in comedic roles, Two-Faced Woman proved that success in one genre does not guarantee success in another. Nevertheless, Garbo's contributions to both comedy and drama have left an indelible mark on the history of cinema. Greta Garbo, one of Hollywood's most legendary actresses, found herself at a crossroads when she effectively retired from the film industry. This decision, which hadn't been intentional at first, left many fans wondering what had happened to their favorite star. As a young actress of just 36, Garbo was still one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. However, the outbreak of World War II had hampered the development of many films that she was looking at. Despite this setback, Garbo continued to shop around for her next project, hoping to find the perfect role to showcase her talents. Unfortunately, Garbo's retirement was not a smooth transition. The actress, who was known for her good humor and altruism behind the scenes, struggled to come to terms with the harsh reality of life outside of the spotlight. Despite her best efforts, Garbo found that she was often melancholy and moody, once confessing to a friend, "I suppose I suffer from a very deep depression." As the years went by, Garbo's depression only grew worse. The actress, who had once been the toast of Hollywood, struggled to find meaning and purpose in her new life. Despite her best efforts, Garbo found that she was unable to shake the feeling of emptiness that had taken hold of her. In the end, Greta Garbo's retirement was a difficult and challenging time for the actress. Despite her many talents and accomplishments, Garbo was unable to find the same sense of fulfillment and happiness that she had experienced on the silver screen. For this classic star, the show had come to an end, and the curtain had finally closed. Greta Garbo, the actress known for her groundbreaking performances in films like Grand Hotel and Camille, displayed a general dislike for the Hollywood lifestyle throughout her career. She was notorious for refusing to sign autographs, answer fan mail, or give interviews, which only added to her mystique and intrigue among fans. Despite her efforts to avoid publicity, Garbo's dislike for Hollywood only served to increase her fame and cement her status as one of the most famous women in the world. Her enigmatic persona and refusal to conform to the typical Hollywood starlet mold made her a captivating figure in the industry. Garbo's disdain for the spotlight was well known in Hollywood circles. She was often seen as aloof and distant, preferring to spend her time alone or with a small group of close friends. This only added to the allure and mystery surrounding the actress, making her a subject of fascination for both fans and industry professionals. Ironically, Garbo's efforts to avoid publicity and maintain her privacy only served to increase her popularity and cement her status as a classic Hollywood icon. Her refusal to play by the rules of the industry and her insistence on maintaining her privacy made her a trailblazer in many ways, paving the way for future stars who sought to maintain their privacy and autonomy in the face of Hollywood's relentless spotlight. Despite her dislike for Hollywood, Garbo's impact on the industry is undeniable. Her groundbreaking performances and enigmatic persona continue to captivate audiences to this day, making her a true classic of the silver screen. And while she may have disliked the Hollywood lifestyle, There is no denying the lasting impact and legacy she left on the industry and the world. After the actress's retirement from Hollywood, Greta Garbo decided to move to New York, the city that had captured her heart decades earlier. This bustling metropolis held a special place in her memory, as it was where she had first started her journey toward stardom. Throughout the years, several of the actress's friends had written memoirs that revealed intimate details about her private life. However, it was one exposed in particular that caused her great pain. The affair between Greta Garbo and poet Mercedes DaCosta had been intense and passionate, with the actress writing her 181 cards, poems, and letters. When DaCosta released her memoir in 1960, alluding to many of her relationships with women, Greta Garbo felt betrayed. The film star had always been fiercely protective of her privacy, and this public revelation of her personal life was more than she could bear. As a result, she cut off all contact with DaCosta completely. Despite this setback, the actress continued to live a quiet life in New York, away from the prying eyes of the public. She had left Hollywood behind, but the memories of her time on the silver screen would always remain with her. This classic film star had left an indelible mark on the world of cinema, and her legacy would continue to resonate for generations to come. Greta Garbo's life was full of surprises, and one of them began in 1941. The actress had been shopping for a dress when she stopped at a shop run by designer Valentina Schlee. While trying on a dress in the fitting room, Garbo met Valentina's husband, George Schlee. As the story goes, this encounter marked the beginning of a decades-long love affair between the two. Despite the clandestine nature of their relationship, Garbo and George Schlee were often seen together in public. They attended social events, traveled to exotic locations, and even shared a home in New York City. However, their relationship was kept secret from the public eye, and very few people knew about it. Garbo was known for her privacy and her desire to stay out of the spotlight. She rarely gave interviews and avoided public appearances. Her relationship with George Schlee was no exception. The two kept their love affair private, and very little is known about their time together. Despite the secrecy surrounding their relationship, Garbo and Schlee were deeply in love. They spent countless hours together, enjoying each other's company and sharing their lives. Their love affair lasted for decades, and it remained a closely guarded secret until after Garbo's death. In the end, Garbo's relationship with George Schlee was just one of many mysteries surrounding the actress's life. She was a private person who valued her privacy above all else. Her relationship with Schlee was a testament to her desire to keep her personal life separate from her public persona. In conclusion, Greta Garbo's clandestine relationship with George Schlee began in 1941 when she met him in a fitting room at his wife's dress shop. The two were deeply in love, but they kept their relationship a secret from the public eye. Despite the secrecy surrounding their love affair, it lasted for decades and remained a closely guarded secret until after Garbo's death. Greta Garbo's affair with John Gilbert, a married man, was a topic of much speculation during their time. Valentina, Gilbert's wife, reluctantly accepted the affair but was far from happy about it. Embarrassed by the situation, she largely left the pair to their own devices. The relationship between Garbo and Gilbert lasted for more than 2 decades until his untimely passing. One fateful day in Paris, the couple had gone out for a walk when Gilbert suffered a heart attack and collapsed. Garbo was left heartbroken and terrified, fearing the repercussions if word got out about their relationship. In a panic, she called a close friend for help, who was able to assist her in retreating before reporters took notice. The authorities soon summoned Gilbert's wife, Valentina, to collect his body. Perhaps unsurprisingly, she chose not to attend the funeral. The aftermath of Gilbert's passing left Garbo devastated, and she retreated from the public eye for a time to grieve. Garbo's affair with Gilbert was a significant chapter in her life, one that was marked by both love and loss. Despite the challenges that came with it, the actress remained fiercely private about her personal life, revealing little to the public about the relationship. Today, her legacy as a Hollywood icon remains, and her films continue to captivate audiences around the world. Greta Garbo, the actress known for her captivating performances and enigmatic persona, faced a significant health scare in 1984 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Despite her battle and victory over the disease, the experience took a toll on her health. As the years passed, her health continued to decline. In April 1990, Garbo passed away at the age of 84 due to complications from pneumonia and kidney failure. Her death was a loss not only to the film industry, but also to the world of classic cinema. Film historians, critics, and fellow stars were quick to praise the actress for her artistry, beauty, and body of work. Throughout her career, Garbo had captivated audiences with her unique style and mysterious aura. Her films, including Grand Hotel, Camille, and Ninotchka, showcased her incredible talent and versatility. Even off-screen, Garbo was known for her reclusive nature and refusal to conform to Hollywood's expectations. Despite her declining health, Garbo remained a fascinating figure until the end. Her legacy as a trailblazing actress and timeless beauty continues to inspire and intrigue film enthusiasts to this day. The world of classic cinema will always remember Greta Garbo for her unforgettable contributions and enduring artistry. Greta Garbo, the enigmatic actress, had always been known for her privacy. However, after her passing, many secrets she had kept guarded for decades were finally revealed. For instance, it was disclosed that Garbo was a prolific collector of art, with an extensive collection that included works by Picasso, Matisse, and Renoir. Furthermore, it was discovered that Garbo was a generous philanthropist who made substantial anonymous donations to various charities throughout her life. It was also revealed that the actress was a talented artist in her own right, with a particular affinity for sketching and painting. Additionally, it was made public that Garbo had a deep passion for literature and was an avid reader who owned a vast library of books. She was also known to be a lover of solitude and spent much of her time alone, taking long walks and reflecting on her life and career. Moreover, it was disclosed that Garbo had a complicated romantic life, with several high-profile relationships with both men and women. Despite her fame and fortune, she never married or had children, preferring to keep her personal life private. In conclusion, the secrets that Greta Garbo had fiercely guarded for decades were finally revealed after her passing, shedding light on the many facets of this classic actress's life beyond the silver screen. Greta Garbo, the actress known for her captivating beauty and enigmatic persona, never truly found satisfaction in her film roles. Despite her undeniable talent and success, she often expressed dissatisfaction with the films she appeared in. This sentiment seemed to extend to her personal life as well. Throughout her career, Garbo had several suitors, but she never married or had children. However, she did come close to settling down at the beginning of her Hollywood career. She lived with actor John Gilbert, and he proposed to her multiple times. Garbo eventually accepted, but at the last minute, she had a change of heart and backed out of the engagement. This pattern of indecision and ambivalence continued throughout her life. Garbo had a reputation for being elusive and private, and she was known for turning down roles that didn't meet her exacting standards. She was also notoriously picky about her romantic partners, and she never found anyone who could truly capture her heart. Despite her unfulfilled personal life, Garbo's legacy as an actress remains intact. Her iconic performances in films like Grand Hotel and Camille continue to captivate audiences to this day. And while she may have never found the perfect film or the perfect partner, Garbo's enduring legacy as a Hollywood legend is a testament to her undeniable talent and timeless appeal. Throughout her life, Garbo remained true to herself, never compromising her values or her vision. While she may have never found the fulfillment she was looking for, her unwavering commitment to her art and her personal values is a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. Greta Garbo, the renowned actress, was known for her captivating performances and enigmatic persona. However, her personal life was marked by love and regret. She once admitted to having loved her co-star, John Gilbert, probably more than she had ever loved anyone else. Despite this, when Gilbert proposed to her, Garbo walked away, leaving him with a broken heart. The couple had met on the set of the film Flesh and the Devil and had an intense on-screen and off-screen chemistry. Their romance was the talk of the town, and their fans eagerly awaited their wedding. In fact, Gilbert and Garbo were supposed to tie the knot in Las Vegas. But just before the ceremony, Garbo's best friend received a frantic call from the actress. She begged him to stop the wedding, and in a moment that would later be remembered with bitterness by Gilbert, her friend replied that only she could do that. Garbo's friend tried to convince her to go through with the wedding, but she refused, and the wedding was called off. Gilbert was left devastated by Garbo's rejection. He had been madly in love with her and had even gone so far as to propose to her. But Garbo had other plans. She was not ready to settle down and wanted to focus on her career. In the aftermath of the breakup, Gilbert turned to alcohol to numb his pain. He never fully recovered from the heartbreak and died just a few years later at the age of 38. Garbo, on the other hand, went on to become one of the most successful actresses of her time, but she never forgot the love she had for Gilbert. In later years, Garbo would reflect on her relationship with Gilbert and admit that she had truly loved him. It was perhaps the most candid admission she had ever made about her personal life. Despite the pain she had caused him, she still held a special place in her heart for the man she had once been ready to marry. In the end, Garbo's love and regret would remain a poignant reminder of the complexities of the human heart and the choices we make in life. The story of her relationship with Gilbert would become a classic tale of love and loss, forever etched in the annals of Hollywood history. Greta Garbo, the actress known for her guarded privacy, faced a heartbreaking choice. She had fallen in love, but the man she cared for was not part of the glamorous Hollywood circle. A scandal loomed as she pursued this relationship, something Garbo dreaded more than anything. The actress, who was known for her ability to captivate audiences on the silver screen, was equally determined to avoid tabloid attention in her personal life. In the end, Garbo made the difficult decision to let the wedding plans fade away. It was a heartbreaking choice, but one that she felt was necessary to protect her privacy and maintain her dignity. As time passed, the wounds healed, and Garbo and her former lover were able to reconnect as friends. This classic actress had a profound impact on the film industry, and her decision to step away from the spotlight only added to her allure. After helping to revive the career of her friend and former flame by insisting that MGM cast him in the film Queen Christina, Garbo once again found herself in a position to help. However, despite her efforts, his career floundered and he faced a terrible fate. Through it all, Garbo remained a private and enigmatic figure, captivating audiences both on and off the screen. Her legacy continues to resonate with film lovers to this day, a testament to her enduring talent and the heartbreaking choices she made in the name of privacy. Greta Garbo, the renowned actress, faced numerous challenges in her life, both personally and professionally. One of her co-stars, John Gilbert, battled addiction and suffered from 2 successive heart attacks in 1935 and 1936, which ultimately took his life. The two had been romantically involved, and Garbo was devastated by his passing. During World War II, Garbo was criticized for not taking a stand and aiding the Allied forces. However, many years later, in 1976, a former British spy revealed a state secret that Garbo had been hiding all along. She had secretly helped the British not only by naming Nazi sympathizers in Stockholm, but also by introducing them to British spies. Furthermore, she had assisted in secretly transmitting messages, playing a crucial role in the war effort. Garbo's decision to keep her actions a secret was likely due to the danger and risk involved. As an actress, she was in the public eye, and any involvement in espionage could have put her in grave danger. By keeping her actions hidden, she was able to protect herself and those she helped. Despite the criticism she faced during the war, Garbo's contributions were significant. Her bravery and dedication to helping the Allied forces were evident in her secret work with British intelligence. It is only fitting that her efforts were recognized and honored many years after the war's end. In the end, Garbo's legacy is not only that of a talented and iconic actress, but also that of a brave and selfless individual who played a crucial role in the fight against Nazism. Her contributions to the war effort will always be remembered and appreciated. Greta Garbo, the beautiful actress, was known for her independence and mysterious persona. She was not one to be defined by anyone but herself. Born Greta Lovisa Gustafsson on September 18, 1905, in Stockholm, Sweden, she began her career in silent films and quickly became a sensation. Her striking beauty and captivating screen presence made her a star, but it was her enigmatic personality that truly set her apart. Despite her fame, Garbo remained elusive and guarded in her personal life. She was known for her aloof demeanor and dislike of publicity, often shying away from the spotlight and avoiding interviews. This only added to her allure and intrigue, making her one of the most mysterious figures in Hollywood. Despite her desire for privacy, Garbo was a brave and courageous woman. She was not afraid to take risks and challenge herself, both on and off the screen. She was one of the first actresses to successfully make the transition from silent films to talkies, and she continued to push boundaries throughout her career. Garbo's beauty and talent were not the only things that made her a legend. She was also known for her kindness and generosity. She was a private person, but those closest to her knew her as a warm and compassionate friend. She was always willing to lend a helping hand and was known to go out of her way to help those in need. In the end, Garbo remained a mystery even to those who knew her well. She passed away on April 15, 1990, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate and inspire. Her beauty, talent, and mystery will live on in this classic film, serving as a reminder of the enigmatic and unforgettable Greta Garbo.